Everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. We are jumping right into a beginner's guide to 10x productivity. Today, we're talking about mastering AI agents and unpacking the actual hidden mechanics of the 2026 digital gold rush. Whether we're looking at massive financial institutions or solo creator businesses, mastering these AI agents is creating absolutely unbelievable leaps in productivity. So if you want to understand how the digital economy is being wired right this very second, you are in the exact right place. Let's get into it.
$228,000. Now, that is not an annual salary for some high-level tech executive. Believe it or not, that is the estimated amount a single, completely faceless YouTube channel is pulling in every single month. And honestly, here's the crazy part. They do it entirely by dropping dominoes. There are no faces, no one is speaking, it's just the pure visual dopamine of chain reactions. So, you're probably wondering, what on earth do falling dominoes have to do with the future of AI in our economy? Well, it's all about systems. Think about it. Just like a perfectly set up line of dominoes requires zero human intervention once you flick that first one, we are seeing a massive shift in the modern economy toward completely autonomous operations. Workflows are being built right now where AI agents do all the tumbling for us.
Here's a quick look at the roadmap for this explainer. First up, the 2026 digital economy and the rise of faceless channels. Second, the AI agent takeover. Then we'll map out the most profitable niches, and finally, we'll break down the exact math behind sponsorships.
All right, Section 1, the 2026 digital economy and the rise of faceless channels.
You know, in today's landscape, you literally do not need a massive studio or some big on-camera personality to build a media empire. The workflow you see here, these are the real picks and shovels of the new economy, delivering true 10x productivity. It's a completely linear AI-powered system. Step 1, you use ChatGPT to research complex lore or data and write your script. Step 2, you feed that script into an AI image generator like Nano Banana to get these high-quality, highly stylized visuals. Step 3, drop the text into ElevenLabs for an incredibly natural-sounding voiceover. And finally, Step 4, piece the whole shebang together in CapCut. By leveraging tools like Nano Banana and ElevenLabs, this super repeatable system basically replaces an entire production crew.
But here's the thing, the tools are really only half the equation. The psychology behind it is the other half. These channels use very specific angles to hook us. Take fantasy explainers, for example. They flip the script on popular universes, like doing a deep dive on why living as a Halo Spartan would actually be completely terrible. That kind of pattern interrupt grabs millions of clicks. Then you've got forbidden knowledge, which totally taps into our natural urge to uncover hidden historical secrets. Or, like we just saw with the dominoes, universal visual satisfaction that cuts across all age groups and language barriers. And again, the absolute best part, zero on-camera presence required.
Moving right along to Section 2, the AI agent takeover.
Now, it's not just YouTube creators doing this. The financial and regulatory worlds are mirroring this exact same technological leap. We are officially seeing a massive shift past traditional chatbots. Think about it. Chatbots and basic automation still require human prompts. You ask a question, you get an answer. But autonomous AI agents, they handle entire workflows all on their own. In fintech, for instance, an AI agent can monitor operations, reconcile transactions, handle exception reporting, and even resolve customer disputes in real time. And they do all of this without needing any human input. They literally act independently based on the context of the situation.
So here is an absolutely crucial point. As these agents gain more and more autonomy, the regulatory friction naturally increases. Agencies like the SEC and the CFPB have made it crystal clear. If an AI agent makes a decision that impacts a customer or a financial record, the existing rules absolutely still apply. You can't just throw your hands up and blame the black box. Institutions that are using banking as a service and these autonomous agents have got to have strict human accountability, perfectly clear audit trails, and really solid governance frameworks in place.
Okay, Section 3, the map to the most profitable YouTube niches.
Now that we've got a handle on the tools and the systems, let's put on our insider hats and see where the actual money is flowing in 2026. Because there is a really stark reality in the digital economy. A massive audience does not always equal massive wealth. Advertisers are more than willing to pay a heavy premium. We're talking between $15 and $22 per 1,000 views just to reach a personal finance audience. Why? Because those viewers are actively looking to invest, buy software, or open bank accounts. Now compare that to the gaming niche, which sits way down between $3 and $7. You could literally have a fraction of the views in finance and still out-earn a massive, mega popular gaming channel.
And this logic leads us into some pretty unexpected territory. Check out this incredible data from Outlier Kit. Notice betrayal narratives right at the top. With an RPM, and just as a quick reminder, that's the revenue creators actually keep in their pockets, of $12.82. This super low competition niche is seeing 21x growth. And they're doing it simply by using AI voiceovers and stock footage to tell dramatic stories. Right behind them are English learning podcasts, cashing in on premium ad rates from language apps. And get this, even healing sounds, which are basically just long audio tracks for sleep, are pulling almost $11 per 1,000 views, simply because the watch time on those videos is so unbelievably high.
The big takeaway here for anyone trying to really learn this space is simple. Stop trying to copy the biggest channels. Instead, you've got to start finding the untapped micro-niches. The data points to some incredible opportunities in areas you might never even suspect. Things like senior health longevity for an older, high-income demographic, or English-dubbed Chinese dramas which are filling a massive cross-cultural demand gap right now, or even manhwa and webtoon recaps for the exploding global comic audience. Ultimately, success is about using the data to find exactly where the audience is super hungry, but the creators are scarce.
Finally, we've made it to Section 4, the payout, and the math behind sponsorship rates. We're going to decode the actual math behind how these successful channels negotiate deals beyond just standard YouTube ad revenue. But first, let's clear up a really common point of confusion. CPM, or cost per mil, is the raw amount an advertiser pays for 1,000 impressions. On the flip side, RPM, or revenue per mil, is what you, the creator, actually take home after YouTube takes its 45% cut and the ad blockers do their thing. So when you're sitting down to negotiate with a brand, always base your rates on the CPM value, not your RPM take-home.
When you do start negotiating, you definitely need a cheat sheet for pricing based on format multipliers. Here's how it breaks down. If a brand wants a dedicated video instead of just a quick shout-out, that is a 1.3 to 1.5x premium on your base rate. If they want to take your video and reuse it as an ad on Facebook, that's called usage rights, so go ahead and add another 25 to 100%. Need it in a rush? Add a premium for that quick turnaround. And if your audience happens to be in the B2B software space, you can practically double your baseline rate because those viewers are highly valuable decision makers. So, drumroll please. Here is the ultimate equation to calculate your exact worth in the 2026 creator economy. You take your recent average views from just the last 90 days. Because remember, brands only care about your current performance, not your all-time subscriber count. Then you multiply that number by your niche CPM, and finally multiply that by your format multiplier. That specific formula right there gives you a mathematically defensible rate that you can confidently take to absolutely any sponsor.
Which brings us to our final question for today's explainer. We've seen exactly how autonomous AI agents are taking over complex fintech workflows and how these incredibly accessible tools like NanoBanana and ElevenLabs are driving massive 10x productivity for creators. The technology isn't coming, it's already here. So in an economy that is increasingly driven by AI agents and algorithms, maybe it is actually time for a bit of a digital detox. Unplug for a second and ask yourself, are you finally going to step back from the screen to build a system, or are you just going to keep mindlessly scrolling through it? Thank you so much for exploring this with me today.